Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and another video here. Today I have the next installment of my colors series, and we just got done doing browns, which means I'm kind of into the like black, gray, white, neutral territory. So today I'm going to do black polishes. Now, this one was a little bit harder because I don't have a ton of black polishes, and a lot of the ones I do are like half of them are just like plain creams that I've just acquired over the years. So I don't have a ton of specialty finish black polishes. I used to only wear black nail polish, like back when I was in like high school and early college. If I wore nail polish, it was gonna be black. That's just what I was, like an edgelord. And then I discovered like indie nail polish and like the nail polish community, and I just was like, I don't have time for black polish anymore. And I still like black nail polish, but I just am not, like, there's just not as much like uniqueness to a lot of them as there are others. Like, you can't really have shades of black cream, so it's like once you have one good black cream, you don't really need any other ones. And then like a lot of times it's just like black with some flakes or black with some hollow. So it was hard to really narrow down a list of 10, but I do have a list. And then we will go through the ones that I picked last time, which I don't know if I combined it last time with another one. I haven't actually looked at the list yet, so we will see. So I'll just hop straight in with the first two that are going to be creams, and these are just my favorite go-to black creams in my collection. And the first one would be Hol Taco's One Coat Black. I do find for me that this truly is a one coater no matter what my nail length is, and I tend to use it if I need just like a black background for any kind of shimmer topper, or just, I guess, anything I'm going to top it with. Like if I need a black, that's the black I'm probably going to go for. And honestly, I'm surprised my bottle hasn't run out yet, but I probably will repurchase that at some point if and when I run out. I know I have a swatch of this. I mean, it's just a black nail polish, so it's not like anything crazy, but it has a good brush for me. It's that like wide Hol Taco brush. I really like it. It goes on really smooth. I find that sometimes with polishes that are one coaters, even though you get full coverage in one coat, they can dry down a little bit bumpy because like of my natural nail texture, but this one seems to balance out pretty well. And then whatever I'm layering over it, you know, takes away any additional bumpiness. The other black cream that I rely pretty heavily on is Ors Liquid Vinyl, and this one I don't know if I would say it's like fully a one coater all the time, but I definitely rely on this one. Like sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like using the Hol Taco, so I grab for Ors Liquid Vinyl. I find that they're pretty neck and neck as far as like the darkness goes, because sometimes you get a black and then you get it on and you're like, that's kind of gray, like it's not quite black. But I find that both of these are like the perfect pitch. They do their job. I don't wear them on their own because I don't really wear like black nails solo anymore. But if I have to layer any kind of topper or anything like that, these are the two that I rely on. And those are, I think, the only two creams on this list, because there's no variation to black, you know? It's black is black is black. The next one on my list is kind of a meme polish, but like, it's so funny. And I just can't not love this polish despite how disgusting and unwearable it is. And I'm sure at this point you guys all know that I'm talking about Essie Belugaria. It is the chunkiest monstrosity of a nail polish I've seen in my life. It will cut you if you scratch your, like if you like accidentally, you have it on and you like touch your face or something, it's gonna scratch you because it's got these just like gargantuan glitters. It's got like caviar beads in there. It's like road tar texture in the bottle. It is so thick. I look at it in the bottle and I'm like, this could be stunning, because you see those super reflective hollow glitters in there, and then you start trying to apply it and you're like, oh my god, what is this? Surely this can't be correct. And then you look it up online and you're like, oh my gosh, it is. So I don't know what was going on at Essie HQ with this one, but it is so funny to me, and I can't part with my bottle. Like there's no way that I ever wear this like in a serious manner, but sometimes I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if? And it's so gross when you put top coat on it, because it just looks like it just makes it look slick. Like, I don't know, it doesn't top coat the way that other nail polishes top coat. I'll just say that. Like, it just doesn't look right. Next on my list is Catalac's Stigan. This one was a thermal. I doubt mine transitions anymore. I haven't worn it in a while, but I like to wear this one around Halloween, and I'm sure from my pictures you can see why. Catalac does such a good job of keeping the base color rich while also any add-ins like are not obscured by the base color. And with a black base, when you put stuff in it, I feel like it's much harder to do that. So having those red glitters be as punchy and vibrant as they are amongst that black, like any other polish I have that kind of has this color combo, it's very hit or miss with that. But this one, every time I feel confident that you're gonna get the full effect of the glitters, the full effect of the base color. You won't like miss out on anything. So I really love this polish. Okay, the next one is a topper, and I have a separate topper video coming up, but like, listen, I don't have that many black polishes, so I needed something. And I do genuinely love this polish. This is Zoya's Leopard Spots, and it is like a crackle type polish. The fact that it's called Leopard Spots doesn't resemble leopard spots even in the slightest. So I don't know what they were thinking with that, but I really like this, and I put it over red, and I was like, oh, this is like Darth Maul, and I don't know why I'm like obsessed with that. I felt like it crackled. Like sometimes you get polishes that they don't crackle very well. This one crackled really, really well. I thought it looked cool. With black crackle, you kind of run the risk of your nails looking like chipped or dirty, but I feel like with the red that I put underneath in my swatch photo, it's not so bad. I'll have to check if this is still available, but I think it's kind of fun that like a mainstream market polish actually has a crackle finish, because I feel like nobody in the mainstream is doing that anymore. Now we've got some indies who are really throwing it in there, but mainstream was kind of like, we had our moment with that. And Zoya was like, no, we're going to bring it back. Next is Cuticula's Dragon Glass. This is one I got from a polish pickup early on. This one, definitely the base, even though it's a black base, it is a little bit more jelly-ish. It almost, I don't know if it's because of all the stuff in it or what, but like, I look at it and it almost leans just a little bit like deep navy, but I feel like it is still a black base. And it's got a ton of metallic flakies in green, reds, oranges, pinks, blues. I think there's even a little bit of purple in there. And when they are layered, because that's like a more jelly finish, you have this very cool kind of like depth. How would you say that? Like the way that it gives it some depth, like you can almost see like this flaky is just a little bit higher than this flaky, like when it comes to where it is on the nail. It's just really, really cool when jelly polishes kind of have that fun layering effect. And this one, it's loaded with flaky. So even though it is a black polish, there's so much color going on that you kind of forget that the black is even there, to be quite honest. It more serves as like a really stark background to these flakies, making them pop even more. Next is a newer brand to like the nail polish community. This is Mythos Lacquer's Morgan, and this is kind of like a more like metallic-y shimmery black, and then it has these metallic red flakes in it. If you guys could not tell, I absolutely love like a black-red color combo. It has kind of been a favorite ever since I was in like middle school. So anything like black and red where the red is really stark against the black, I'm kind of a sucker for, and this is no exception. There's not as many like flakies as the last one. It's a little bit sparser, a little bit more spread out, but I do like that as well. I feel like if it was like as full as the Cuticula, you kind of lose that like black-red color combo effect, and you'd be looking at this like, why did she put a red on here? But no, I feel like the flaky distribution in this is perfect for what I want this to look like. Next, I have ILMP's Eclipse, and this is like a staple ILMP. Everybody knows this. It's the black to red multi-chrome. I kind of waffle between this one and the Color Club one I have. I think that one is like Black Magic or something. And they're both pretty similar. It's just like, the Color Club one you can't get anymore, and the ILMP one is like always there, I believe. And also, I mean, like ILMP, is a really good brand, a really good price point. So I stuck that one on here this time. I feel like it, like when you look at it dead on, and you'll see from the picture here, it's like stark black, and then you just see this like red, basically like almost like an eclipse on the outside, this fiery red that just kind of halos around, and it looks really pretty. These types of multi-chromes get, like, if you love getting compliments in public, this is one that will get you a lot of compliments. Every time I wear it, people are like, oh my God, what is that? Because you don't really see stuff like this in the mainstream. And so your average person is not going to have seen something like this before typically. And so then they think you got your nails done in a salon because it looks so cool and interesting. They think it's gel. And then you get to tell them, no, these are me. I did this natural nail. I painted these, and they're extra impressed. And then, you know, the rest of your day is pretty good because you just got your confidence boost. Next is one I probably wouldn't wear as often anymore, but like looking at it, I still absolutely love it. And this is China Glaze's Night and Sleigh. I don't wear super like glitter heavy polishes that often anymore, because they're just a pain to remove. That's really the only reason I don't like removing them. And I don't like wearing peel off base coats because I just lose nails so fast that way. And so I just probably won't wear this one super frequently until I can like move past that. But it is a black base with, I think it's got both silver and hollow glitter, and that hollow glitter just really packs a punch against black. I feel like black hollow combination always looks really fun because rainbow against black just really, really works. This was part of their 6-piece black out, it was like a 6-piece black collection for Halloween many, many years ago. I love the name Night and Sleigh. I don't know, I just think it's really cute. I'm looking at the cuticle line on here. Nobody come for me, okay? I did not want to get glitter in my cuticles when I took this photo, I'm almost certain. But yeah, I find that this is the type of polish that you probably would want to sponge on for full effect, just because it is a clear base with just a bunch of glitters in there. And if you want that full coverage effect, sponging it on is probably the best way to go, which of course then adds another like step to your whole process, but it is worth it for polishes like these. And then of course use a glitter grabber top coat so you don't have all that texture. At this point in my nail polish lifetime, I don't believe I had any kind of glitter grabber. In fact, I probably had never even heard of it because I got this when I was in college and I didn't even know that glitter grabber type top coats existed when I was in college. So, but really, really fun polish. And then last but not least on my list, I have Cirrus Alter Ego. Now this one, I feel like Cirrus hollows are so finely like milled that when you first look at them, they don't look like much. You can see here in this photo, you can kind of see little itty bitty, almost pinpricks of hollow, but there's really not much going on. And that's because this is under direct lighting in a light box. So when you see it under really direct lighting, like most hollows, but even more so with these because they use such a finely milled pigment, you don't get too much. But then when you put on the flash, when you're under a like more muted light, I mean, look at it, it's stunning. It's like the perfect prismatic rainbow, and it's so dainty and so cute. And they have a lot of hollows in this format, not just this black one, but I really like the black one a lot because it's just the stark contrast of the rainbow, again, against the black background. As you can see, a lot of these were like very hollow oriented just because of that big contrast. And you know me, I love a heavy contrast. I love when something pops and really stands out. So I couldn't resist. Also, like 90% of my black polishes are just cream. So like, what was I gonna do? Okay, so it looks like on my previous video, I combined black, gray, and white. We're not doing that this time. So I only did 5 of each. So yeah, there is gonna be some overlap here. So I had Hol Taco's 1 Coat Black, which, like I said right off the bat, favorite cream, you know, favorite black cream. I also had ILMP's Eclipse. Again, like that's just a staple. I feel like most people, if you ask them about like black to red multi-chromes, this is their favorite. From what people have told me, it's the original. I don't know if I believe that, to be honest. Like, I just feel like that pigment has had to have been around so much longer, right? Like, I don't know, but it's definitely one that popularized it. China Glaze, Night, and Sleigh. I guess I'm just boring and things didn't change. I had Different Dimension Pride on there, and I almost put it on again, but I looked at it and I was just like, it's too dusty of a base, and I'm not as obsessed with it as I once was. And then I had Cuticula's Dragon Glass. So 4 out of the 5 that I mentioned a few years ago. When was this posted? 2 years ago. So 2 years ago versus now, pretty much the same taste. When it comes to black nail polishes, I gotta say I haven't really acquired too many new ones. That Mythos is probably one of the newest ones in my collection as far as black polishes go. Maybe a few from Starly here and there, but not a ton. So I don't know, my taste in black nail polish really is static. It's one of the few things that doesn't change about me, I guess. So let me know down below if there are any black nail polishes out there that are like super weird or funky that you think I might find pretty interesting, because I would love to take a look at those. And let me know your favorite black nail polishes down below in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.